When wondering what to expect or how to prepare for your CoolSculpting treatment day, every practice has a little bit different of a protocol or has something specific in mind that they want you to do before your CoolSculpting treatment. Here at Element Body Lab, the Dallas CoolSculpting experts, we provide all of that email or all of that correspondence and advice to you in an email prior to your session. There's really not a whole lot that you do need to do prior to a CoolSculpting treatment outside of completing your telehealth medical clearance once a year. So if you're a brand new client with us, after you've completed your virtual consultation and booked your session, we will send you specific instructions on how to complete that telehealth medical evaluation. As long as there are no major changes in your medical history and that has been completed within the last year, you can show up for your CoolSculpting treatment day without any major restrictions. Assuming you want to have the absolute best experience possible, there are a few things that you can do to help you prepare. The first is going to be to drink plenty of water. Everyone that we know is completely dehydrated, myself included. So this is just good advice on staying hydrated because the fat leaves the body through your lymphatic system, which depends upon your hydration levels. So double down on your water intake. You don't need to have a ton of water right before your session and make yourself uncomfortable and feeling like you've got to run to a restroom because you are stationary for a couple of hours once we get you hooked up to the equipment. That said, drink plenty of water if you are looking for something to do. We also recommend wearing something comfortable and bringing something to occupy your time. So as far as clothing options go, what to wear kind of depends upon the part of the body that you're treating. That being said, we usually recommend all clients wear athletic wear. I would say err on the side of or opt for something loose like sweatpants or joggers, nothing that's too tight like yoga pants, because you don't want anything to interfere or be in the way whenever you're doing a treatment. And a lot of time yoga pants or tights, they're really, really tight. And so those can kind of get in our way from a CoolSculpting provider standpoint. So wear something that's a little bit looser, a little bit more comfortable. I like two-piece options, right? A t-shirt and some joggers, or a t-shirt and some sweatpants. Something that buttons up is always nice to have too. So whenever I'm doing my own CoolSculpting treatments, I usually wear joggers and some type of like a flannel button up, something that I can keep my like shoulders in. We always have robes for you to put on, but it's a good advice, or it's kind of good practice to bring something with you. On that note, you want to bring something with you to do. So whether that's reading a book or if you want to bring an iPad or a laptop, that way you can occupy your time. We've got Wi-Fi, we've got beverages to help keep you well hydrated while you're here. But since you are stationary, bring something so you're not just bored and looking at our beautiful art on the walls. That way you can do something like, catch up on emails for work or binge watch a series on Netflix since you are stationary for a couple of hours. And you might also want to bring a change of clothes because depending upon the part of the body that you're treating, we might get some of our gel or some of our treatment supplies on whatever it is that you have on. So if you've got something that you're headed to afterwards, bring a change of clothes or bring something that you don't mind getting a little messy. All of it's water soluble. We do treatments in regular clothes all the time. It comes out with just a good rinse. But you can bring a change of clothes to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. And then last advice that I have to prepare you for your CoolSculpting treatment day is don't double book yourself. So don't fall into the mistake of trying to make it here right at your appointment time and then have something scheduled immediately after. While this is a very low downtime procedure and there's not a whole lot that you need to do before or after, there are some kind of good rules of thumb. You are going to need to take the time to make sure that you're comfortable and really well supported, that the equipment that we're using, it's different suction-based hand pieces, that it's all supported and comfortable upon the body. And sometimes most of the time, we're running right on time with that treatment, but sometimes it takes us a couple of extra minutes. And if you're running late or if you show up and you have something that you've got to do immediately after, it can just make for a really stressful treatment day because you're just like trying to get in and out. So know where you're headed, know the building that you're looking for, maybe give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of wiggle room before your appointment. That way you can comfortably get into the lobby and make sure that you know exactly where you're headed. And then same thing on the back end. I would recommend maybe set aside an extra 30 minutes of time on your calendar before you have something else that you have to be at. That way you've got ample time in case we do run over and you're not double booking yourself. That is something that I will tell you whenever you are booking your session. After your consultation, I send you all of my advice on whenever you are booking, but good rule of thumb is just have an extra 30 minutes kind of blocked afterwards. If you're wondering if you can work out, the answer is absolutely. You can work out both before and after your CoolSculpting treatment. There's no restrictions from a workout perspective. I would recommend planning a workout after the session, not before. So if you're trying to make a decision, do I work out before or after? I would always say work out after your session, not before. There's no hard and fast rule saying don't work out before your treatment, but my perspective is we're using controlled cooling, and a workout will raise your internal body temperature. So if you are planning a workout, you're just making it harder for our equipment to get your fat really cold. And so I would say work out after your session, not before. That will help break up some of the stiffness that you feel after a session as well. We'll send you some other good advice. That way you have it all if you are a client of ours, or you're welcome to reach out to us anytime. You can always call, text, or email. The number at the office is 214-897-3006. You can also email us at hello@elementbodylab.com. Check out our Instagram page. We post tons of useful content on our Instagram page. Try and make this as easy of a process as absolutely possible. And we look forward to seeing you on the CoolSculpting table soon.